Hi everyone, welcome back to Microworld Insights. In this video, I am going to discuss about the cell. The students who are preparing for NEET, IIT JAM, GATV exams, cell is very important chapter for those. And the basic unit of life, cell, which I will discuss about today's lecture. Now I am starting. A great diversity of organisms are present on the earth. This organism can be classified into two broad categories, cellular organism and non-cellular organisms. In my previous lecture, I discussed about these two categories and also discussed about the two types of cell, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Now both prokaryotes and eukaryotes are cellular organisms. The prokaryotes include eubacteria and archaebacteria, whereas eukaryotes include all the protist, plant, animal and fungi. Viruses and viroids are non-cellular organisms because they lack cell or cell-like structure. Now what is the cell? Cells are called structural and functional units of life because they form the basic structure of all living organisms and perform essential life processes. Here one question is, why cells are called structural and functional unit? And the answer is, structurally, cells, the small unit, build tissues and organs, then organ system, and ultimately it builds the entire organisms. While functionally, they carry out metabolism, energy production and reproduction, ensuring the survival of the organisms. That's why cells are called structure and functional unit. Next, discovery of the cell. In the year 1665, Robert Hooke first discovered the cell in a piece of cork and also coined the word cell. Anton van Leeuwenhoek was first observed living cells. The word cell is derived from the Latin word cellula, which means small compartment. Now here the classification chart of organisms. The organisms classified into two types, non-cellular and cellular, based on cellular organization. Non-cellular also two types, virus and viroid. Virus nucleoprotein, viroid RNA. And cellular also two types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, based on presence or absence of nucleus. Prokaryotes without nucleus, eukaryotes with nucleus. Virus also two types, DNA virus and RNA virus. Prokaryotes also two types, archaea and eubacteria. Eukaryotes also two types, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular protist and multicellular fungi, plants and animals. Now I discuss about the structure of cell. What are the components of cell are present? Let's talk about this. In the structure of cell, there are following organelles: cell membrane, cytoplasm, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria, ribosome, nucleus. It's all at the making structure of cell. Here the diagram of the structure of cell. Here all cell organelles are present in one structure. Nucleus, ribosome, endoplasm, reticulum, mitochondria, all are present this structure. Now talk about cell membrane. Cell membrane, also known as plasma membrane. It is a dynamic fluid structure and forms the external boundary of a cell that protects the cell. It acts as a selectively permeable membrane. That is, it allows some solids to cross it more easily than others and regulates the molecular traffic across the boundary. Cell membrane behave like a capacitor. A capacitor is simply a device that allows separation of electrical charge and establish an electric field across the plates of the capacitor. Different models were proposed to explain the structure and composition of cell membrane. First, Overton model. That overturn hypothesis that plasma membrane is made up of lipids. Next, bimolecular lipid leaflet model. Gerter and Grendel experimentally demonstrated that the plasma membrane is made up of two layers of lipid with the polar head groups of lipid molecules. Third one is trilaminar model. Devson and Danieli hypothesized this model. Next, unit membrane model. Robertson stated that layers of protein present on both sides of the lipid bilayer and there is no space between two layers of lipid. And next one is fluid mosaic model proposed by Singer and Nicholson. That is now the most expected model. In this model, membrane are viewed as quasi-fluid structure in which protein are inserted into lipid bilayers. Cell membrane is mainly consist of three components: protein, lipid and carbohydrates. Protein that present in 55%, lipid that present in 40% and carbohydrate that present in 5 to 10%. Here the question is what is called glycoprotein. When carbohydrate bound to proteins, that's called glycoprotein. And what is called glycolipids? If carbohydrate bound to lipid molecules, it's called glycolipid. Here the diagram of cell membrane. Next, cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? The fluid present inside the cell formed by 80% of water is called cytoplasm. In cytoplasm, cell organelles float.